Commentary is available on Sky Plus, Freeview or Virgin Media on the red button. If you have a TiVo box or Sky Q box, please go into settings and use the audio selection option. Any problems, please contact our viewers hotline. Nawr draw ni at dîm sgorio.
Blwyddyn newydd a i chi, ac i bawb sydd yn y tŷ, croeso i sgorio cynta 2026 a chroeso i fai Colwyn. Mae dyn ni gêm ddarbu i chi pnawn yma. Y Flint wedi teithio lawr y ffordd ar hyd ar bordir Gogledd Cymru. Fai Colwyn yn uchelfannau uwch gyngrair Cymru a Flint yn brwydro i aros yn y gyngrair. Mor syml a hynny. Sgorio a S4C gyda chi ar ddydd Calan a gyda chi drwy'r flwyddyn sydd i ddod. Blwyddyn Cymru yng nghwpan y byd gobeithio. Gallai fod yn flwyddyn fawr iawn o ran pêl-droed yng Nghymru. A ni'n dechrau fan hyn, pnawn da i chi, Owain Tudur Jones yn cadw cwmni i fi. Pnawn da, Owain, croeso at ni. Blwyddyn newydd dda hefyd. Gallai fod yn flwyddyn fawr, a ni'n dechrau fan hyn, gêm fawr pnawn yma.
Edrych ymlaen yn arw i ddeud y gwir oherwydd dwi'n meddwl pêl-droed ar y lefel yma, ond wahanol i'r gêm proffesiynol lle ti'n gwybod pwy fydd i'n chwarae, ti'n gwybod bod yna gêm ddarbu ar y ffordd. A mae wastad yn special o'n i wrth y modd chwarae Fangor neu Caernarfon, mae yna rhyw frathiad ychwanegol, felly gobeithio fydd y ddau set o chwaraewyr yn barod i herio i gilydd, ond gobeithio bod yna gracar ar y ffordd.
Mae wedi bod yn gyfnod prysur dros ben o ran gemau, a ddoi am ganlyniad ddoi. Cei Conna yn ennill yn ebyn y Seintiau Newydd, 4 pwynt i'r bwlch ar y brig. Beth di digwydd, Owain?
Sgen ddim syniad wir o weld Cei Conna'n cau y bwlch na ac yn amlwg yn rhoi di stamp nhw ar y gêm yma. Da i weld nhw'n nôl a'r Seintiau Newydd o bosib yn edrych ber, ryw 6 wythnos yn ôl bod nhw'n cerdded i ffwrdd efo'r gyngred, bod nhw'n dyn yma, West yn cerdded i ffwrdd efo, ser yn y gêm yn reit siŵr just ar gyfer y gol yna, oedd hi'n gracar am ganlyniad. A
nhw wedi ennill 7 yn Cei Conna, tipyn o rediad. Caernarfon, maen nhw'n hapus di sicrhau lle yn yr hanner ucha, yn allan nhw'n y Bala. Bala rediad siomedig, Danny Gossett yn erbyn i gyn-glwb yn cael unig gol y gêm. Oedd y Cofis ddim wedi ennill mewn 5 cyn honna, oedd angen honna arnyn nhw. Wel, a hefyd, Llansawel yn ennill yn erbyn y Bari. Lwyddon nhw i fethu 2 gic o'r smotyn. Llansawel, Alex Gammond yn methu'r 2, ond yn ennill o 2 gol i 1. A'r Bari'n colli yn y tro cyntaf mewn 12 gêm. Am tro diwethaf iddyn nhw golli. Dechrau hydref yn erbyn Llansawel. Dyma'r canlyniadau. Y gêm ddisgwr na'n anodd y caol. Met yn colli cyfle i gael bwlch rhwng nhw ar 6 ucha a 2 gêm i ddod heddi. A mae rhaid i ni weld y tabl unwaith eto, Owain, jyst i danlinellu pa mor agos yw i nawr ar y brig.
O, mae bach yn hurt, dwi'n teimlo bod fi wedi bod am nap hir, de. O'r tro dwytha fi sbiodd, Cei Conna yn dechrau tymor yn stryglo chydig bach, a'r Seintiau Newydd yn rhedeg i ffwrdd efo, ond yn sydyn iawn, da ni'n sbio mal, ella bod yna rhyw challenge bach, ella o bosib bod hon yn mynd i fod yn dymor, wel, cyffroes iawn yn gweld Cei Conna wedi cael bwlch, a pwy o wir beddaw.
Ti wedi cael nap nadolig ar y soffa a deffro, a dyna lle ni arni. O ran heddi, Bai Colwyn yn cwrdd ar Flint, dewch i ni gwrdd ar 2 reolwr, Mike Wilde a Lee Fowler, gyda Nicky John.
Michael Wilde, 1st of January, and what a happy new year it would be should you manage to secure your top 6 spot this afternoon.
Yeah, it would. I think what we need to do is focus on following up from a very positive result against Caernarfon, and that's the challenge to the lads that we've just spoke about in there now. Can we go? Being back at home now as well, which we haven't been here for a long time, so we've played a lot of away games, we've been on our travels. Can we come back here and give the crowd something to shout about and hopefully collect 3 points?
We know Colwyn Bay are going to be very disciplined, really low block in defending, good at set pieces, and try and hit you on the counter-attack with Rob Les and Jordan Davis. So we know exactly what we're going to be up against. It was a tight game in the home game where they beat us 1-0, where Jordan possibly should have scored another one from a counter. But we'll just go about our business. As I say, we're not going to change the way we play. We play 3-5-2, get the ball down on the floor. We just need to be a new year, a new start.
I can't see anything more than a difficult afternoon ahead for us, and I've just said that to the lads. It'll have to be a battling performance. We'll have to make sure that we're on our mettle, you know, set piece wise, but also just 1v1 battles all over the park, really, because that's what Flint are good at, and they're very good on the ball as well. And Fowles have got them playing some really good football, and probably sees them in a little bit of a false position at the moment as well. And we've got got to become complacent, like you said, and we've got to make sure we do what's needed by getting the 3 points today.
You have mentioned previously that when January arrives, there'll be an opportunity to maybe look at some new personnel, some new faces to bring in. So is today one of the final opportunities for the players that you do have to make an impression?
Of course, the biggest attribute I've got as a manager is to stay calm and composed. But ultimately, if players are not doing their job that they've been asked to go and do, January opens up a window where you can replace. Obviously, people got to take them players as well, and we've got to have the board have been brilliant with me. They've given me an extra money to go and bring players in because we know the reality of where we are. We're sitting second from bottom, and that's the way the lads we've got with me is we always understand where we are. If it's good, it's bad. They'll always be honest and honest conversations. We can't change what's going to happen. We can only change what's going to happen today. And between now and the BALA game, I think there will be a few ins and outs.
Cyfnod trosglwyddo di dechrau Caernarfon, di roedd o Brad Young gynt o'r Seintiau Newydd, digon yn digwydd yn barod. O ran bai Colwyn, maen nhw fewn cyrraedd yr hanner ucha. A mae werso, mae hwnna'n dipyn o gamp I glwb sy'n newydd dychwelyd i'w Chyngor Cymru.
Yndi, rhywbeth sy'n heb ddigwydd ers dros 5 mlynedd, felly mae'n profi dim yn hawdd dod I fyny. Dim yn hawdd dod I fyny a cystadlu'n gyson. Ac dwi'n meddwl oedden ni yma gêm gyntaf tymor yn ei gwylio nhw'n ebyn Caernarfon ac oedden ni'n sylwi o dan Mike Wild, maen nhw wedi trio rhywbeth dim chydig bach yn wahanol. Maen nhw wedi sylwi ar ôl tro dwytha bod angen profiad, dod â chwaraewyr profiadol I fewn sydd yn gallu perfformio yn gyson, cystadlu yn yr wythnosa misoedd oer y geia, ac ar hyn o bryd mae'n talu ar ei ganfed a maen nhw'n edrych yn dim cry.
Werth I sôn hefyd, un o chwaraewyr y Flint, Alec Mwdimu, enw cyfarwydd yn y gyngrair, mae newydd dychwelyd o AFCOM, y bencampwriaeth I Genedloedd Affrica gyda Zimbabwe. Oedd ar y fainc yn erbyn yr aifft o Mo Salah. Cael tipyn o brofiad a fydden nhw'n falch cael yn ôl.
O, fydden nhw'n falch, de. Dwi'n teimlo'n hen, dol. Dwi'n cofio gweld y dyn yma'n dechrau gweithio'r sgorio rhyw 20 oed efo derwyddon cefn yma, a ma hwn yn ser yn y dyfodol. Cyn I ni droi rôl, mae'n 30, tuag at diwedd I yrfa. Mae o'n dipyn o chwaraewr, a falch I weld o'n ôl. Nath o ddim chwarae draw yn y gystadleuaeth fawr wrth gwrs, ond fydd o jyst yn falch o gael hi nôl ar y cae heddiw.
Ie, bydd Flint yn hapus iawn I gael yn ôl. Ni falch bod yn ôl hefyd. Ydym llawer o fwlch nag ydw, mae'n ddydd calan a mae sgorio yn fyw ar S4C. Mae'n beth I dderin yma fel arfer yma I Colwyn. Mae yna hyd yn oed fan hifen ia yma gweithio'r orfel. Y gic gyntaf yn agosau, bydwch fynd yn bell, ni gyda chi nawr. Croeso nôl ato ni, sgorio yn fyw o Fai Colwyn ar ddydd Calan. Gêm fyw i chi fan hyn ar S4C. Y lle i fod am chwaraeon byw. Dreigiau Scarlett sydd ddod ar ôl hon, cofiwch, yn pêl-droed sy'n cael ein sylw gynta ac am olygfa. Maen nhw'n gweud bod Gwylanod yn byta unrhyw beth. Donut, hyd yn oed, fan hyn y Fai Colwyn. Cynogwyr di heidio yma ar gyfer y gêm fyw ar ddydd Calan. Fai Colwyn gartre yn erbyn Flint. Cyfnod pwysig yn y tymor yn uwch gyngor Cymru. Fai Colwyn yn ceisio sicrhau lle yn yr hanner ucha, y toriad yn y tymor yn agosau. Yn sôn am doriad, newyddion i chi'r byd pêl-drod. Rheolwr Chelsea wedi gadael, Enzo Maresca wedi gadael Chelsea. Mwy am hynny drwy gydol y gêm, mae'n siŵr, ond y gêm sy'n cael yn sylw ni. So fe beth yn Saesneg, English language commentary is available. Mark Jones and John Hildunt waiting for you. Wrth i weld y gŵr yn y mwgwd yn camu'r cae. Yn i fyny'r pwynt sylwebu o Wain Tudur Jones, di ymuno gyda cyn ymysodwr Cymru, Malcolm Allen a Bryn Thomas.
Thank you very much, Dylan. Good afternoon and welcome to the Blue Turtle Arena in Colwyn Bay, where the Seagulls host Flint Town United in the JD Cymru Premier League. Mike Wells' Colwyn Bay need a point from today's encounter to secure a top 6 spot on their return to the top flight, while Lee Fowler's Flint are searching for their first win in 8 league outings to boost their chances of survival in the top flight. Alongside me this afternoon, John Hunt, Welsh Cup winning Press Datin goalkeeper. Great to see you this afternoon, John. Welcome.
Cheers, Jonah. Thanks very much. Appreciate the welcome and Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year to all the listeners and people watching this afternoon. Great to see you, John. Great game. Colwyn Bay, Flint, big crowd is what. Just starting to show, John, since the time you were in goals in this league, what difference did this sort of crowd with 1,000+ crowd make to this league?
Oh, it's great. It's, even think just from a product point of view from people watching at home, it just looks great when the stands are full. It gets that little bit extra out of you as a player as well, rather than playing in the front of a couple of hundred that you usually play in. So these holiday fixtures are great to see the crowds improve. They even had 800 at Nomads yesterday for the first time, the highest they've had this season, so it's great to see all around the league.
Positive. They're the Colwyn Bay lineups and the Flint lineups in front of us. We will go through the formations when they come on now. There is the Colwyn Bay formation. Anything standing out there for you, John?
Yes, I think both teams will play a variation of 3-4-1-2, 3-1-4-2. I think Jamie Cumming will end up playing in the 10, and then it'll be Aaron Edwards and George Hughes in midfield. But I think other than that, and then Flint will probably play with one midfielder down in the 6, go man-to-man with Cumming, and then it'll be man-to-man all over.
Formidable front two there, by the way, of Jordan Davis and Louis Robles. Flint, a few injuries at the moment, still key players missing out. Ben Wynn and the likes. Flint there, John?
Yeah, Isaac Lee's a big loss for them, the way that he steps in with the ball. I think obviously Madumu will play in there today. Thorne probably played man-to-man on Cumming, trying to man-mark him there. So it should be good.
Harry Owen, obviously played a few years for Colwyn Bay. Big game for Harry. Always a big game when you play against your old club.
Of course, yeah. Obviously you want a bit of marker down, don't you, when you play against your old teammates and your old teams.
And there's Louis Robles. Great goal scoring record. Louis hasn't always been a centre forward, but the work rate, watching these two, Robles and Jordan Davis, boy, let's see how much ground they cover again this afternoon as a front two. They are workaholics.
No, Jordan's brilliant. Jordan's work off the ball, he keeps you really honest, makes you have to move the ball quickly, and he pinches the ball really high areas as well.
The referee there, Mr. Mark Petch, doing a fine job. Danny Harrison and Mike Wild. Game off. Colwyn Bay in their Aston Villa West Ham colours, and shall we say Flint Town in their Newcastle United black and white stripes. The weather's not bad, John, for a New Year's Day encounter. We've had many worse than this in the past.
No, it's been nice. It's just starting to rain a bit now, so we'll get a bit of zip on the pitch.
By the way, I did say that before it started raining, okay? Davis. Jake Phillips playing at right wing back has been a key player so far this season for Flint. One of the standout wing backs in the league. It's a slip there. Aaron Williams loves to drive forward. It's being tracked all the way by Burke. It's a good tackle by Burke in the end, but on the front foot where they want to be early doors.
Absolutely. You'll see a long throw coming in now. Load the box.
Yeah, the season of the re-emergence of the long throw. And this fella can really sling it in.
Yeah, probably thrown into Cyril. Look for the second phase for Nathan Peat on the back stick.
That's middle of the box. Jamie coming, knocks it back, who scored a lovely goal to get him a win last week. Jake Phillips. Thorne knocks it forward. Ethan Roberts gets the header. Bit of a mix-up in centre midfield there. Aaron Edwards back in midfield this afternoon. He was centre-half last week. First corner of the afternoon will go to the visitors, Flint Town United.
Gosh, and I think set play is going to be massive for the game today, like they all are in most games, but Colwyn Bay and Flint are both very good and effective from set plays.
Yeah, and the dead ball kicker, Jake Phillips, one of the best in the league, John.
Yeah, he's got good delivery at all times. I think the one thing with set plays, you need constant delivery to be able to work on things, and that's something that Jake does add to this team.
Phillips to take the first corner of the 90 minutes. Stands it up. Headed clear by Cyril, Lewis Cyril. Josh Jones knocks it back into the middle. Goalkeeper collects. Alex Brown has been a positive for Colwyn Bay this season. You as an ex-goalkeeper, John, you must take notice of all the emerging goalkeepers.
Yeah, I think he's done well since he's come in. Obviously, he came in, I think, maybe towards the end of the summer window from Chester on loan. I think he's done well when I've seen him in games.
Coming, Edwards. I think they'll take it in turn, John. Coming, Aaron Edwards and George Hughes to play the holder and the 10.
Yeah, like you can see the natural rotations now. Aaron and Jamie Cummins are going high, George dropping low. I think the game's settling a little bit more now after a few clips in behind, everyone trying to get back on the ball. We're pleased to see Flint try and do his work out one side and then a quick switch down the other side and try and overload Colwyn Bay on the other wing.
Yeah, just looking at that, talking about it, now looking at it, that's a quality midfield, by the way. Edwards coming in, Hughes did his apprenticeship at Newtown, did really well, coming, ex-Liverpool Academy. Plenty of quality in that midfield.
Yeah, and Jamie Cummins done really well. He played in Tier 2 for a couple of years. I remember playing against him when he was at Riffian, and he's come through and obviously made himself a key player in Colwyn Bay's team this season.
Cyril, it's a fine ball from Cyril, puts Roberts away. Roberts against Phillips. Oh, great feet from Roberts. Passes it. Don't know whether I would have liked him to cut in on his right foot, John. Then he was in acres of space, you know, when he made the pass. You have a look at this replay.
Yeah, so he's worked it well there. I may probably like a little bit more pace on the cross, but like Louis Robles has got across the front post really well with his run there.
That's a young attacking left back. I think in a few years' time he'll be taking chances like that on, you know. Stevenson drags it back and gets a shot off. Deflection. Brown holds a deflection.
He's done well to hit the shot off there. He's a good player, Stevenson. When I've seen him, he's a nice target man, holds the ball up well and tries to link play.
Yeah, Football League experience with Bradford and Stockport. Saw Ford back today with a face mask on. Thorne, key in the midfield. Jake Caernarfon. Ooh, big chance. Cuts across the 6-yard box and Fowler with his head in his hands. He knows how big that chance is. Away from home against the top team. When a chance falls like that in the first 5 minutes, John, they got to go in.
Oh, you've got to say it's a great play from Caernarfon. He's hit a lovely area there. I just think Phillips and Stevenson got each other's way a little bit. Did he expect Jake to take it? And it's kind of dropped in front of him. But yeah, still got to hit the target.
Yeah, he's on the 6-yard box. It's a massive chance for Darren Stevenson. I mean, looking from Jake Phillips' point of view, it's a fantastic layoff, by the way.
Yeah, of course, yeah, he's cushioned it down lovely.
To throw in behind, pressure again from Flint. There's another chance. Can he put this one in the back of the net? It just runs the other side of Stevenson, but edge of the box. Under pressure here, Flint making a bright start to their visit to the Blue Turtle Arena.
Yeah, and the chances of both teams going down the side of the back threes behind the wing backs, which normally you'd expect to see when you're playing two shapes against each other.
Jake Caernarfon puts the ball in across. It just doesn't fall right this time for Stevenson. I think we were talking before the start, John, about the standard in the league this year, and so you've got teams like Cardiff, Met, Flint, Haverfordwest, maybe, you know, most probably ending up in the bottom 6. Good footballing teams.
Yeah, like say Cardiff Met and Haverfordwest, for example, last year they flew off and guaranteed top 6 early on last year. And obviously, it just shows how things work in football. One good year, and then following by sort of a lowering standard year. But Cardiff Met and Haverfordwest have both turned it around towards the end of the phase. But like you said, it probably just does look a little bit too late for them both to sneak into the top 6.
Great ball in then from Woolham, Ben Woolham, ex-TNS. Siddle finds a wrong pass. Stevenson again in the 18-yard box. Another corner. The bright start continues for Flint Town United.
Yeah, they started really well, Flint. Like I said, they've got down the side of the Colwyn Bay's back 3, down this right-hand side a few times now, causing them problems. And Nathie doesn't really want to be defended in this channel there. Obviously, he and Cyril are getting caught.
Phillips. Caernarfon asks for the short. Thorne and company have won the long corner. Not enough pace for me on the corner. They're always going to be, the goalkeeper's always going to be favoured for one clipped in at that pace, John. You could tell the viewers from a goalkeeping point of view.
Yeah, I don't think a few of my managers have said it didn't come off the line enough, but yeah, they're cherries for a goalkeeper from corners.
Managers are not always right, John. Roberts. Davis earns the corner by just being a nuisance.
Yeah, he works really hard, Jordan. He keeps everyone honest and you're playing against him. And like I said, out of nothing, he's gained a corner just from his pure work rate.
That is a fantastic work rate. Just leans in. It's a great ball again, by the way, by the young left back, Roberts. Davis awaiting. And the danger man definitely will be Nathan Peat, who's still carrying on scoring goals in his now extinguished career in the fantastic career.
Yeah, I played with Nathan when he was early on at Gresford, just before he went into Kevin Druids and Llandudno.
And BALA?
And BALA, yeah. He's done really well, to be fair to him.
Edwards gets there first, but misguides his pass. Jake Phillips just looking after the right back situation there. Edwards, fantastic career in the Cymru Premier. Over 450 games now, by the way.
Brilliant. He's had a great long career, hasn't he, Aaron? Like we were talking before we came on.
Has to be up there with the best. Stevenson. He's definitely going to work the 2 centre-backs, by the way.
That's fine. As soon as that happens, if it's not on, you get yourself in the mix, that's fine. You get yourself in there next time for that one. Yeah. May as well overload it, giving us the space to...
There is Nathan Peat. Roberts with a throw. Headed out by Thorne. I think that the captain with the captain's armband most probably getting a message across to his players in the first 10 minutes. We haven't made the sort of start we wanted.
Now Flint have took dominance in the first 10 minutes here. Flint have settled on the ball, looking like they want to do it much easier, but they haven't got up. They haven't got the wing backs in the game at all really yet. Colwyn Bay.
Mudimu inside the Caernarfon. Caernarfon spreads the play, misses his target. The 5th in the table, Colwyn Bay. They played 20, won 8, drawn 6, lost 6, 30 points. A win today would definitely, or a point would confirm top 6. That's what you call proper supporters.
Yeah.
Wind or rain, dressed for the occasion, looking $1 million too. Brown. Caernarfon, big chance. Jones takes a shot on this time, hits the post. Fowler. The sort of position you are in the league when you miss 2 chances. I mean, the second chance is not a perfect chance, but it's a great strike. It almost earned the goal.
Of course, yeah, they're working it well. Flint are really causing Colwyn Bay problems down the right-hand side here. They're not getting to grips. Cyril's getting dragged over to Mark Stevenson, which is then opening the gap behind Ethan Roberts to play in.
Thorne. Phillips, great 1-2. Thorne, not the worst cross either. Williams hooks it away.
That's a great hit right back across the keeper. He couldn't have done any more.
No, he left the goalkeeper with no chance at all. Like you said, it goes straight across. How unlucky is that, by the way? Josh Jones, ex-Wrexham, got the shot off. Mudimu. Nathan Peat heads away. Edwards. Edwards will drive. Phillips will follow. Edwards. Back to Roberts. Edwards. Ethan. Roberts drags Thorne. And Thorne gives the free kick away. I think I can get what you're on about, John. They definitely need Colwyn Bay to get Roberts and Williams in these attacking positions down the flanks.
Yeah,
because there are spaces there because of the Flint's back three. Pete goes to the back post. Usually darts in. Be surprised to see whether they go short with this one, you know. Hughes and Jordan Davis over the ball. Two-man wall. Stevenson is now a one-man wall. Hughes with the delivery.
See the blocking for Salford here.
Whips it to the back post. It's punched by the goalkeeper. It's a decent punch as well. Great punch from Jack Flint. Edwards. Aaron Williams. Puts it back in the mix. Jamie Cummins. Edwards looking for Davis. Thorne as the front guard. Cyril. Flag goes up. Davis gets a shot off, but the flag's already gone up from the assistant. If you're looking at this, John, I know it's early, first 15 minutes, I think you're quite happy, you know, if you're the travelling manager.
Yeah, of course, Rick Fowles will be really happy with how they've started. They've settled miles better than Colwyn Bay have. Colwyn Bay have caused them a few problems, but Flint have caused the problems down. But it's basically all down the one side of the pitch, isn't it? Colwyn Bay's left side is causing the Flint problems. Flint's right-hand side is causing them problems.
Mudimu. George Hughes gets the header. Edwards with the second one. Could have a chat here. Caernarfon. Thorne's in picture. I think the tackle was made by Caernarfon, am I right?
Yeah, I think so. The good thing with the referee there, he's not one to get his cards up quickly. He does let things go a little bit, which is nice to see.
Hughes goes to ground. Flint, if you're looking on as the manager, we said Lee Fowler, and you've got Elliot Reeves sat in the stand with a couple of chances they've had so far. That's where it hurts you.
Yeah, he's probably thinking that himself, and it's a shame. Reeves is one of the better strikers in the league by far. Like, we all know the quality he's got. It's just a shame he does seem to be carrying injuries.
Hooked on by Stevenson. Joshua Jones being tightly marked by Cyril. It's great feet from Mudimu. Mudimu, I think, played in the African nations the last time.
Yeah, must have just come back the last few days, I'm guessing. Again, great for the profile of the league to have players from our league playing in that competition.
Williams, Robles, Woolham gets there first. Yeah, the league's starting to take shape. It's an important time, John. Well, for a lot of teams now, 1 or 2 games left to either make or break top 6 or bottom 6. He's onside. Nathan Peake was definitely deeper. Stevenson keeps it in. Stevenson to the edge, the shot from Fofana. Again, another tougher chance this time.
Yeah, he was just a little bit in too early to land on the pass for the shot, wasn't he? But like you alluded to with the wind before we came on air, I think the wind is causing Colwyn Bay problems to try and get out a little bit, and it's making it a little bit easier for Flint to get in behind Colwyn Bay.
I'll tell you what, John, I was here about 2 months ago, and Barry Town came and had a real great afternoon. They won 4-0 away, which was an amazing result. But them sort of balls, because they set up with a back 3, Colwyn Bay, they just threaded balls either side of the back 3 for the quick strikers, and they're having a bit of success already this afternoon.
Of course, yeah. It's the way that football's going now. It's territory, isn't it? It doesn't matter about 400 or 500 passes in a game. It's how many times can you get in the opposition's final third.
Jones. Edwards clears. Fofana's made a good start in midfield, gets it wide to Medimo. Plenty of space there for Medimo. Stevenson. Burke back into Stevenson, trying to tee the shot up. It's a great tackle. Edwards goes to ground. Ref says play on. There will be a few people in the likes of Barry or Cardiff Met today hoping Flint can pull off a surprise result. Did Barry have to come to Connors Quay this week?
Yes, Barry travelled to us on Saturday, yeah.
Massive game, that. Steve Jenkins has done a tremendous job of Barry the last couple of years, really re-established them as one of the top clubs in the league. Roberts, edge of the box, come in. He scored a beauty only 7 days ago. Tries his luck again, and I'll tell you what, he caught it well.
Yeah, really really good from Ethan Roberts. I think there more conviction in the cross, which makes the finish or the connection on the shot much easier. He just didn't get quite over it, but yeah, it's lovely, almost in. And yeah, he did score a lovely goal against Caernarfon, didn't he, the other day?
Yeah, that's the type of connection, and if it's on target, keeper just watches that flash by him, by the way. Edwards has most probably been the busiest of all midfielders so far. Jordan Davis spins his man and gets the shot off. That's what he's all about. Takes it early. He's just a half a yard over the top of the bar. Great effort.
Yeah, really good snapshot just on the turn, trying to catch the keeper off guard. And it looks comfortable. He probably would have saved it if it was a little bit lower, but yeah, Colwyn Bay have just started to get a few more chances last couple of minutes, starting to get back into the game.
Jordan Davis spent last season in the Scottish Championship with Greenock Morton. Scorio on Monday evening, 10 o'clock. That's all the highlights of the games over the new year, and the December goal of the month shortlist. Still a regular watcher of the highlights, John?
Yeah, still keep in touch, watching them all, yeah. Listening to the interviews, see which managers lose their head after the games.
I think we'll just have a happy New Year's Day, okay, John? I'll keep you clear of that. My experience says we'll steer clear of that, John, okay? Yes, an interesting time. Come in. Mudimu. So comfortable on the ball. But there's the commentator's curse as he gives it away back to Colwyn Bay.
Pressure in, Jay! Pressure in!
Brown had a spell of 6 clean sheets in a row, you know. He has 6 clean sheets to his purpose this year. 6 clean sheets. A goalkeeper, I think, on top of the clean sheets this year is the TNS goalkeeper, as you would usually
Yeah, like you'd imagine TNS would be top of that list, wouldn't you?
Nathan Shepherd with 11. George Ratcliffe at Barry has 9. He's having a great season. Alex Brown, Colwyn Bay with 6. Oh, Modimo runs it out of play. And that's just the sort of thing when your luck is out. Soft mistakes is how goals start.
Of course, yeah, it just adds unnecessary pressure, doesn't it? I can't have nothing, Colwyn Bay. I've got a corner here.
I think Hughes will go across to take it. Wild and Harrison looking on. Spent a good part of their careers with the set piece king, I think. Andy Morrison. In he comes. Pete gets up there yet again.
Yeah, he used the defender's body really well to get over the top and hang up there to get that header. He's very strong in the air, Nath.
Yeah, to be fair, I think it was Fofana in midfield, does well just to put him off, because he's been key all season in their aerial duels. Nathan Pete for Colwyn Bay. Edwards shouts. Cyril goes back to Brown. Good feet from the youngster, clears his lines well. 22 minutes on the clock. Colwyn Bay 0, Flint Town United 0 in the JD Cymru Premier League.
Yeah, I think if you were to balance the play in the first 22 minutes, you'd say Flint have had the better chances, but on the balance, I think Colwyn Bay are starting to grow into it last 5 or 6 minutes now. I think once Colwyn Bay start switching the ball a little bit, I think that'll start causing Flint problems.
Phillips. Targets will be Stevenson, Mudimu, Thorne, all on the edge of the 18. In it goes. Captain gets the flick on, and Aaron Edwards, he's picked up a lot of loose ball, hasn't he, already this afternoon. 37 years of age, Aaron, still covers every blade of grass.
Yeah, he's brilliant at picking up the second balls and getting up the pitch. Those type of midfielders will always be in demand.
Burke gets a chance to gamble and go forward. Can he run at the centre-back forward? Well, I don't think young Mike Burke's cross will get in the top 10 crosses of the season there.
No, probably not. But that's the danger when you play a big switch in this shape and it just gets cut out short. Your wide centre-back then has to defend the 2 on overload in the wide area. Which Ford obviously got the pressure on the ball, but Burke found the bobble.
Another supporter. I think he's just moaned about that cross, you know.
His foot a bit rough.
Brown. Phillips. Plenty of ground in front of him. Cyril cuts out the pass. Edwards again. Caernarfon. Oh, great feet from Caernarfon. Leaves Hughes for dead with his flick. But that's superb tracking by Jamie Cumming. That's what you want your midfielders to do, John. He was beaten.
Absolutely, yeah.
And he didn't give it up.
No, of course not. And again, the way the football is now, it's a man-to-man game in there. So you've got 3v3 in there, you've got track runners, you've got to be willing to do that.
Phillips to take the throw. Colwyn Bay, in fact, have won 9 out of their last 13 matches in all cup competitions. That's a great run. Cyril with a flick, could go for a corner unless Brown's keen. Off his line again, Brown.
Of course, yeah, Colwyn Bay have done really well since they've come into the league and also still in the Welsh Cup, which is open for anyone to win at the minute.
What a game that'd be, by the way. Colwyn Bay and Caernarfon. Could be record crowd of the season, that one in the quarter-final of the Cup.
Yeah, you'd expect a big crowd of that. And the winner of that game will probably think they've got a good chance of also lifting the trophy.
Well, as we always say, John, it is the glittering prize. It's not the Premier League of Welsh football, but it gets you into Europe.
Oh, of course, yeah.
The easiest way into Europe. And both the 8 teams left in, or all of the 8 teams left in, are 3 games away from winning it. Phillips is picking out, like you just see in front of us, all the big men up. Modimo is taking up an unmarked position on the far 18, far corner of the 18. It's not the greatest of balls from Jake Phillips. Unusual for Jake, usually on the spot.
Yeah, he just didn't get his foot around it, did he?
Robles. Ben Woolham. Back to Jack Flint. Harry Owen fires it forward. Stevenson. Cyril loves to use that left foot. Ford gets it forward quicker. Well, that ball was airborne then for about 10 seconds. Mudimu brings it back down and passes it square to Ben Woolham. Woolham looking for a worldie. What a pass that is from Woolham.
Lovely pass.
Burke being told to get at him from Fowler. Burke fires it in. Big chance this time. Good save. Directly at the goalkeeper from Caernarfon. But it's a good save from Alex Brown. I'll let you deal with that, John, when it comes back on. Stevenson. Burke still up there.
Yeah, really, really good save. And I think you'll look at it and say he's hit it straight at him, but the keeper's done really, really well to hold his ground and stand up. It would have been easy to gamble there with the hard distance, but he's done really well to hold his position. But again, that's 3 big chances of Flint now, and they've not taken any.
27 minutes on the clock, and to be sat here as a Flint supporter or a Flint manager, you will be disappointed, to say the least. This is still 0-0. Phillips with a long throw. Goalkeeper again collects. He's been the busier of the two keepers, there's no doubt about that.
No, Flint have been a real threat from set plays, from getting the balls in their final third. If you look at this again, on the spin here, yeah, it does really well to hold his ground.
Did well standing up, John?
Yeah, absolutely,
waiting.
Yeah.
You may see a lot of goalkeepers taking an early dive there, but he stood up.
Of course, yeah, goalkeepers might have rushed him to try and block the shot, and then they left more space, or even tried gambling going low. He's done really well there to hold his position.
At 19 years of age, if he carries on playing at this sort of standard in this league, he's ex-Tranmere Rovers. Who knows?
Yeah, of course, he's on loan from Chester, working with Neil Ebrel, who obviously was on his keeper years, so absolutely know Neil yourself.
What a coach.
So I'm sure he's getting really good coaching there, and also while he's at Colwyn Bay.
Yeah, Neil Ebrel, I would say one of the most dedicated coaches to a job you'll ever see.
Yeah, it was a lovely bloke.
Mudimu. The switch is becoming popular. Can Phillips get there? Or will he run out of play? It runs out of play. There's plenty of leg work in this Flint team, they're covering a lot of ground this afternoon.
Yeah, it's one thing you can say about Flint and Lee Fowler is that they will run all day, they've got legs all over. But second half, that pass will not be on for them with the wind, so they'll have to adjust what they're trying to build up the pitch with that.
If you've watched the first 30 minutes and you haven't watched this league for a long time, you wouldn't believe that Flint have not won in 8 league games. They've drawn 4 and lost 4, and they've won once in the league away from home this season versus Llanelli, and that was in September.
No, and I think, yeah, you're right what you're saying there, but I think obviously on the flip side, when you don't take your chances, you don't win games of football.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that could be the reason why.
Yeah, point proven.
And when you've got your main forward on the bench, guessing he's not fully fit, and he will only be playing a bit part in the game maybe later on.
Well, Fowler has talked in the pre-match interview that he will be making signings. There's a blustery Dragon this afternoon. We're just tucked away, not as comfortable as that supporter, but we're tucked away all right, John.
Yep, covered by the roof here, lovely from the elements.
Ben Woolham drives forward. Stevenson. Done well, Stevenson, against the back three. Just didn't take his chances. Phillips, will he drive across and get the shot off? That's what he's trying to do. Fofana whips it across. It's hooked clear by Aaron Williams. Flint continue. Fofana, Thorne, Caernarfon. They've just dropped in a low block now. Colwyn Bay.
Yeah, it was good pressure from Colwyn Bay, getting everyone behind the ball. You can hear the Flint bench shout 2v1, so obviously they're trying to get the ball out wide and get wide overloads.
There was a lot of talk at the start from the two managers that it could be, and from the likes of Dylan Ebenezer and Owen Tudor-Jones at the start, that it could be a man-on-man contest. So far, if we're looking at man-on-man contests, you'd have to edge the way of Flint. But as you keep saying, the score remains at 0-0. And Colwyn Bay have scored plenty of goals this season.
Absolutely. You think within the two shapes, the only spare men at the centre-back on either team, the middle centre-back. So like I said, man-to-man in midfield, it's a wing-back to wing-back game, so it keeps everyone really honest with the running and obviously directly up against your opponent.
We talked about Colwyn Bay's Welsh Cup adventure this season. We can also talk about Flint. They go to Trader Bay in the quarter-final. They have two with a big chance of making the semi-finals at least.
Of course, yeah. Both got favourable. Well, Flint have got a favourable draw that they'd like to think that, but also Trader Bay have earned that right to be in the competition still themselves.
That's a wayward kick. Fofana gets there first. Can he take the shot on? He does take the shot. Second chance maybe. Josh Jones on the edge. Get the shot off. Jones. Another shot comes firing from a black and white shirt. Just wide of the mark. I would say that's 5 or 6 chances so far, John, in the 32 minutes we played.
Yeah, and again, it's really, really close to that top corner. But it's starting to feel like these chances may come and bite Flint on the backside if they don't start taking one.
Yeah, edge of the 18. It might be the edge of the 18, but there's nobody opposing you. You're looking to get it on target at least.
Of course, yeah.
Robles. Phillips. Closed down well by Roberts. It'll be Phillips' throw. I think we'll have a... There is Elliot Reeves sat down, the main goal scorer for Flint over the last couple of seasons.
Of course, yeah, you've got Ben Wynn next to him. There's not too bad subs to have, hopefully, if they can come on for Flint.
Yeah, they are top players. Reeves available to come off the bench?
Possibly.
He's on the bench.
Yeah.
He's on the bench.
When you look at his last few games, I don't think he's played longer than an hour, or he's played.
Yeah.
So obviously he's carrying a knock, which is great that he's willing to play for the team. But obviously, Flint ideally need to get him fully fit for their season to improve.
Phillips. Can Modimu keep it in play? Does keep it in play and flicks a nice ball down to Burke, who's just having a few difficult touches the last couple of times he's had the ball. He loves to get forward, by the way, Burke. One of the biggest results, John, of the season while we're in midfield here was the win of Connors Quay against TNS.
Yeah, they were brilliant yesterday. The lads were absolutely fantastic, and they're on a really good run at the moment. Like I say, 4 points behind TNS. Hopefully, if we can win the next 2 games, we can, as a minimum, go into the break as a 4-point gap, and then who knows in the second half of the season, see what can happen.
We may have a Cymru Premier title running, a tight one for a change.
Yeah, I don't think Diz will be too happy talking about title challenges this early, but yeah, everyone's doing really well. Obviously, he's doing really well in his first year in the role. The whole club, from the whole scholarship, the academy, boys, girls, the whole club's in a really good space at the minute.
Headed forward by Cumming. Robles drives it across. Good hands from the goalkeeper, just spills it a little bit, goes behind for a corner off Jack Flint, but he covered his near post. Robles was cagey. Seen a lot of goals lately, even on Match of the Day on Saturday nights, going that near post. John, what an important position that is.
Yeah, it's the old saying, isn't it? Don't get beat near post, but I think don't get beat near post, far post if you don't want to get beat. But I think we'd be a bit disappointed there because he's took the weight out of the shot, but he hasn't obviously scooped it in.
The 3 centre-backs stand together. Ford. He's going up for this one as well. Cyril and Pete. It's headed in by Ford, but there's a foul as the corner came across.
it's a big frustration that when you see people fouling on corners.
Yeah, what would be the completion, do you think, John, if we look right through the seasons now in this league, any league at this type of level? I would say 30% of corners are never seen to be concluded because of pushing.
Yeah, it's baffling, more so from attacking players. And I understand you're trying to get your yard of space to get away from people, but it is quite frustrating when once you get a chance to get the ball in the box and you're giving it away due to throwing someone to the ground.
Could be a foul in centre midfield there is given. Edwards competitive as ever. Could be a little bit unlucky there, you know.
Usually happens once you pick the ball up, you win the foul in those type of instances, doesn't it?
Clipped by Hughes to the front of the 18 again. Won by a black and white shirt, but it's back to Hughes on the edge. Finds a man, Jordan Davis. Great cross, early cross from Davis. It's hooked away by Thorne. Well, that's just the type of thing that Jordan Davis is capable of. Most people would have expected him to bring that down then and try to get the cross in, but he's fired it in early.
Yeah, it's great technique the way he's just fed that back into the box.
Williams, his second long throw of the afternoon, goes a bit shorter with it this time. Edwards, Williams still out wide, he gets it out wide to Williams. The team will be disappointed giving the free kick away in such a good area for the Nomads.
Yeah, he's done really well there as to buy the foul. So he's very strong runner, so he's touched inside, and there's not many people in the league that push ours off once he's got that body position on you.
Don't see it being much of a push there, you know. I think he's done really well to get the free kick, and I think Modine was a little bit unlucky there, you know. But this is a great position for Hughes now. Nathan Peat, Lewis Cyril and Saul Ford all up trying to get on the end of this one. Jordan Davis in the mix. Hughes to fire one in. Has to whip it, I think, from this sort of distance. Does whip one to the back post. Good collect from the goalkeeper, Flint. Standard of free kicks hasn't been that good in set plays this afternoon yet. Caernarfon. Woolham.
First yellow card of the afternoon for the pullback.
Yeah, Robles gets the yellow. Worth a yellow, John? Standard. Yeah, standard. I think every referee in the world's going to give that. Robles. No defence, sorry. Jake Phillips. Edge of the box again, this high line from the home team. Great time to score now, just approaching half-time. Almost 40 minutes on the clock. Stands it up to the back post. Pete heads away. Caernarfon first to receive it on the edge. Thorne trying to pick Phillips out. Robles heads it back inside. Caernarfon to Phillips. Phillips. Thorne. Burke elects to go long. It's a great header, heading into the mix. It's bouncing around the edge again. Edwards makes the defending tackle. Burke. Fofana. Phillips.
Great defend from the Bay there, bodies on the line while they're under this little bit of pressure here.
Yeah, they're really keen. I mean, Wild really got them. They do defend really well, even when teams have loads of pressure. Exactly the same as this half. For Wild, who knows, on Harrison, it just might be an off 45 minutes, but in their eyes, it's another clean sheet for 45 minutes.
Of course, yeah, 5 minutes away from getting in there and adjusting the tactics for the second half, and I think they'd be happy with Jack Thorne and Flint players having pop shots from 30 yards, thinking, well, it's got to be someone to go in there.
Four chances, 10 chances for Flint Town United. 10 chances is a lot of chances in 45 minutes.
Of course, yeah, it is a lot, and it's quite surprising it is that high, but on the balance of play, Colwyn Bay have only had 5, 6, 7 minutes really of pressure. All that's been all Flint.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be speaking to Fowler at the start of the game when we talked about stats. When you're down at the bottom of the league, stats don't mean a lot, you know.
No, stats just kind of depends which way you want to flick them, can't you? You can be seen as a negative and a positive on both ends.
Modimu just runs out from Modimu.
Just do it!
Michael Wild keeping his cool. So Modimu tries to look for that switch again. It's not the greatest of switches. It goes out for a dead ball. They won the Cymru North by last season in the last game. They lost their first game, didn't they, Colwyn Bay? And then they went on a 29-game unbeaten run. That boosts your confidence so much, doesn't it?
Of course, yeah, it's some going, and I think it's massively important when teams come up into this league, when you've been promoted, to ride that wave of still having that winning mentality, because it can be quickly knocked out of you, as we found with Airbus a few years ago.
Well, I'll tell you what, they'll be the first team for a few seasons to get in the top 6 coming back into the league. Stevenson. Fofana's been busy in midfield, on the ball now.
Flint have really identified that space behind the left wing back in the left channel as a way that they can hurt Colwyn Bay.
Stevenson. Wide. Sure, he preferred to be in that mix waiting for the delivery, but it's a great ball. Phillips will get another corner. I think this is their 4th or 5th corner from the right hand side. As good as his quality is, Jake Phillips from the right hand side with the corners, and he is one of the better takers in the league. I'd love to see a left footer come and whip him under the bar, John, to cause problems, but that's a decent corner. Headed away by Nathan Pete. Caernarfon, does he pass it all? Goes back inside. 2 chances to put it in already. Burke headed away by Salford. Break could be on here. Well, approaching the 45, John. I think if it was a boxing match and it went to points on 45 minutes, the black and white stripes of Flint would most probably have their arm raised by the referee.
Yeah, I suppose on the balance from the first half, you would be saying Flint have had better. Definitely on the balance of play on the chances. I think general play has been quite even, but definitely on the chances.
Which makes the team talks, you say, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I think from Fowler's point of view, it'll be keep up what we're doing, but we've got to take our chances. And Wild just might have a word to say, hey, do you realise how important this game is for us today?
Of course, yeah, and I think the earlier everyone gets their points tally to get them into the top 6, you can kind of relax slightly for the last game, but Colwyn Bay wouldn't really want it to be going to the last game to guarantee it.
Cyril. That is one massive up and under from Cyril. Caernarfon. Edwards again. One of the veterans against one of the youngsters. Great battle, both from the same club. TNS, between their years. Hughes. One added minute. Why is it only one, John? In the first 45, and then when the game is really nail-biting, when the 90 minutes comes, they come up with 5 or 6. Or
yeah, I don't understand it.
It's mad.
And then they go through peaks drops. I remember the year or so ago, it's like you get 8 minutes at the start of games, and it's kind of things come in and out, don't they?
It changes in the modern game. Hughes. It's a straight one. Will the keeper come and collect? Collects really well. I mean, it's not the good. I think that sums up for me, John. On the first 45 minutes, it has been a good game back and forth. There's been, hard tackling, but the quality of set plays hasn't been great this afternoon so far.
No. Between the boxes, it's been really good and competitive, but I think in either box and then with the set plays, whether the wind's making that hard, I don't know, but hasn't been great.
And I think that could be the message from both managers. Show the quality when the quality is needed. After half-time, it's Colwyn Bay 0, Flint Town United 0. From myself and John Ildan, thanks for watching for the first 45 minutes. We look forward to seeing you in the second period.
Croeso nôl ato ni. Mae'n disgod ar yr egwyl fan hyn rhwng bai Colwyn a'r Flint a'r ymwelwyr sydd wedi cael yr holl gyfleoedd hyd yn hyn. Owain Tudur Jones yn cadw cwmni i fi. Mae un tîm yn yr uchel fannau, mae un yn brwydro i aros yn y gyngrair. Tas chi ddim wedi gweld y tabl a gwybod pwy yw pwy, byddai'n anodd gwahaniaethu yn yr hanner cyntaf na.
Na, ond bosib iawn, ti wedyn yn sbio ac yma, maen nhw wedi cael gymaint o gyfleoedd, a cyfleoedd da. A mae dal yn ddi-sgor a ti'n meddwl, dyna pam maen nhw tuag at y gwylod. Dyn nhw'n gallu sgorio. Felly fydden nhw mor siomedig. Fowler fi fydd o'n hapus eto, efo sut maen nhw wedi chwarae, a rhoi bai Colwyn o dan bwysau, ond mae'n ddi-sgor.
Ie, falle dyn ni'n styried newid enw'r rhaglen o sgorio hi. Methu sgorio. Dyna hanes y Flint hyd yn hyn. Dewch i ni weld y cyfleoedd nhw. Ebyn diwedd yn y cyntaf, oedd 'na 10 ergyd. Dim ar y target, ond dyna faint o gyfleoedd maen nhw wedi cael.
Ie, lle i ddechrau de, ond be na i ddeud ydy, mae hyn yn chwarae da, mae Phillips yn gwneud yr hediad, ac o'n i'n sôn y sylwebaeth. Fydd o'n siomedig efo'r cyffyrau cyntaf, ond wedyn disgwyl i'r ymysodwr sgorio, Stevenson, disgwyl gwell. A wedyn pas da gan Caernarfon, gwaith da gan yr ymysodwr yn fama. Diolch yn gallu gyda llawer mwy Jones. Just yn anffodus iddo fod i'r Bailey yn taro'r postyn a fewn, ond unwaith eto, just yn y sianel fach yna, maen nhw'n achosi problemau yn ymysodol.
Mae Caernarfon a Jones wedi bod yn amlwg yn hanner cyntaf yna. Bosib
y gorau, dwi wedi gweld Caernarfon yn chwarae o ran i ddylanwad ar y gêm, ac yn fama, just hwn di'r cyfle, ddim y cyfle gorau, ond hwn ydi'r un lle ti'n meddwl, mae'n taro'r targed, peth da. Ond mae hwn yn arbediad briliant, point blank hefyd. Felly mae'r hediadau'r ymysodwyr wedi achosi problemau, a ti jyst yn gweld y fama, cangymeriad, y gol geidwad. Diolch wedi bod yn gret efo'i draed, a dwi'n bod yn glen y fama. Fofana jyst methu cael y bel allan o'i draed, a wedyn yr ail gyfle agos, ond jyst ddim cweit i fod.
Fel tîm, pa mor nerfus ych chi'n mynd mewn sefyllfa yna ar ôl methu yr holl gyfleoedd?
Dwi'n meddwl ti'n trio sbio arni mewn ffordd positif, a ti'n meddwl, boys, sbiwch cyfleoedd. Mae'r gêm yma i'w hennill, felly dyna ydy'r neges. Ond pan ti'n tuag at y gwylodion, ella bod y seicoleg na newid, lle ti'n meddwl, mae hein yn mynd i wella. Dyna di'r teimlad o safbwynt bai Colwyn, felly mae Flint jyst gorau dal i fynd, dal i greu, a wedyn bosib iawn fe ddaw y gol.
Ambell i gyfle o ran bai Colwyn, pam dan o chwaraewyr fel Jordan Davies, Robles, mae'n amlwg bod yna fygythiad yna.
Ie, ti'n jyst yn gweld Roberts wedi achosi problemau ar y chwith. Mae'r safon sy'n gan y fo. Ac mae hon gan Cummings, mae hon yn anodd. Mae'n taro yn lan, ond jyst methu cyfeirio. A wedyn hon, Aaron Edwards, jyst yn cario'r bel yn fama, a'r bel jyst yn syrthio. Can gymeriad bach gan Owen. Ac Malcolm Allen, mae hon yn tapyn. A ddylia Davies sgorio. Dim yn hawdd. Mae'n troi, mae'n gwybod lle mae'r gol. A'r gol geidwad, oedd o'n cweit yn gallu cael un ochr neu'r llall iddo fo. Ond, sam llawer mwy di bod o safbwynt bai Colwyn, maen nhw wedi bod yn siomedig.
Felly byddai ddau'n hapus gyda pwynt gan i weld, ond lle mae crysau bai Colwyn oedd neges Malcolm ar 11, eisiau gael nhw'n gwthio fyny mwy, allwn ni ddisgwyl mwy o hynny?
Dwi'n disgwyl mwy gan y ddau, da ni wedi gamol lot, Robles a Davies yn y llinell ymysodol, oherwydd sa ti'n gallu deud, sa neb di bwydo nhw, ond dal i fod, maen nhw angen gwneud y gwaith caib ar haw, chydig bach gwell. Disgwyl mwy gan nhw, a dwi'n siŵr nhw'n i weld hyn yn yr ail hanner.
Dyna ni, diolch am y tro, Owain. Bai Colwyn yn ei tipyn o waith ar y cae, oddi ar y cae yn bwysig hefyd. Ni'n mynd i glywed nawr gan gŵr sy'n gyfrifol am dipyn o'r gwaith oddi ar y cae. Oedd yn arfer yn ei tipyn ar y cae hefyd. Geith Nicky John esbonio mwy, mae gyda Danny Maguna.
Diolch, Dylan. Yeah, Danny Maguna, you are a very, very busy and important man here at the club, I know. You're always here, first thing in the morning, match day and beyond, I imagine. But let me just ask you to begin with about that first half. Would that be the kind of approach that Colwyn Bay would have expected? Because Flint certainly seemed to come out with no fear.
What I've seen of the game, it's been all Flint in fairness. They've certainly had the better game first half by far. And deserve to be at least probably 1 or 2 goals ahead. But fair play to the Bay, we've battled hard. Hopefully we've got the wind in our advantage now for the second half. So game plan wise, it's still going to plan, and hopefully we'll come with a big win in the second half.
You're general manager here at the club, Danny, and there's a really decent crowd here today. And to be fair, that's something that the club succeed to do week in, week out, particularly in comparison with other clubs. I think your average gate is far higher than some other clubs in the league. So what's the secret?
What's the secret? Well, lots of good volunteers behind the scenes. We have a fantastic junior setup with over 320 children playing in the juniors. So we've got a fantastic rapport with the juniors, and where every parent who pays for the child to join the club, a parent and child getting free on match days. which is massive for the club. That brings the crowds in. But overall than that, it's like secondary spends, which we like to get the money back. But we're very much a community club. We love having families together, and that's what we're based our big crowds on.
I'm glad that you mentioned the word families there, because for anyone that doesn't know, of course, your son, Max Maguna, is on the bench today. And what a goal he scored in the Cup against Colwyn Bay in the Welsh Cup as well.
Oh, Max, yeah, I'm very, very proud of Max. He's still only 17 and he's joined the squad this year on a year contract. Seems to be gelling in really well with all the senior players. And it was a very proud moment when he came on and scored on his debut. It was a very proud dad moment.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. We know that he has been out with an injury since then, but he's looking to get back involved now. It's been lovely to speak to you, Danny. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Dewch eitha yn ôl at ni ar gyfer yr ail hanner rhwng Bai Colwyn a'r Flint mewn cwpl o funudau.
Croeso nôl, Bai Colwyn pnawn yma am gêm sydd na dydd Sul, y brig ym mhrif adran Genero sy'n cael y sylw. A Wrexham sydd ar y brig, cofiwch, 5 pwynt yn glir, Caerdydd i chwarae gêm yn llai, gêm bwysig dros ben yn fyw gyda ni. A'r holl uchel pwyntiau. Nos Lun am 10, nos fawr, ac ar S4C clic wrth gwrs. Chi'n cofio Big Leaves yn canu yn dweud bod nhw'n hoffi gwylanod. So beth yw'r boys na? Dyn nhw'n bod i bai Colwyn. Maen nhw bob man fan hyn. Ni'n hoffi nhw. A'r cefnogwyr yn amlwg yn hapus. Di sgôr, pwynt yn plesio pawb, ond bod e trip pwynt yn enfawr i'r ddau dîm. Nôl yn ni at ein tîm yn sylwebu.
Welcome back to the Blue Turtle Arena in Colwyn Bay, where Colwyn Bay are currently 0-0 against visitors Flint on this New Year Day JD Cymru Premier League encounter. Still alongside me, ex-Prestat and goalkeeper John Dunn. John, I think we both agree that Flint edged the first half, but the real reward is putting a goal in the back of the net, and it hasn't come yet.
No, yeah, definitely. Flint had the opening first half, definitely. I think it'll be interesting to see how the second half pans out now. Colwyn Bay have the wind behind their backs. I think it'll be much harder for Flint to turn Colwyn Bay.
Colwyn Bay go, sorry John for butting in, Colwyn Bay go back to front a bit quicker, do you think, this half?
Yeah, I think so. At least until they possibly may change shape or make some changes.
There goes the long throw. First one of the half, bumped off the ball, edge of the box, looked clear. Brooke did well then. Edwards gets it back. Roberts, Cyril can pick a pass, can take a shot on, by the way. Cyril tries to pick the pass. Will allow the goalkeeper that one.
Yeah, I think if, see how it pans out, I think if Colwyn Bay were to hurt Flint a little bit more, they may need to get the extra man up front, that'll pin Flint's wing backs back, which will then mean they'll have the extra man at the back and in wide areas.
Roberts takes a long throw down to Robles, it goes straight back out of play. Jack Flint goes, there's Michael Wilde. I think he may have had a busy 15 minutes in the changing room, just explaining a few things of how important, very important this game is. There's Robles, he's off on his bike. Woolham does really well to turn out with the ball from that position, by the way. Getting, if anything, windier here at the Blue Turtle Arena. Jordan Davis, and that just shows, even with the corner flag there, showing you the strength of the wind has picked up.
Yeah, I mean, it will make it easier for Colwyn Bay to turn Flint, but it's also going to be harder for them to keep the ball in play when they are doing so.
Can this, as tight as it is, John, and we haven't really seen anybody pinging any shots off this afternoon. I think if I'm in that midfield and I'm about 20 yards around that area out, you've got to try and test them with this wind, especially Colwyn Bay with the wind at their backs. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Like you alluded to when Cyril stepped in there, I was quite surprised he didn't shoot from there rather than try to play the ball into the box.
Spoke to Craig Harrison, the TNS manager, at half-time. He was saying how tight the league is and, you know, how even TNS are going to have to work their socks off this season if they're going to retain their title. And he tended to agree with me that it's getting a tough league. The bottom six is going to be as hard to play in as the top six. Just standards seem to be getting higher, especially the fitness standards.
Yeah, of course. I mean, most teams will probably train twice a week as a minimum now. Obviously, lads will be looking after themselves a lot better. They'll be wanting to keep acting like professionals, even though they're playing in the same professional league.
Gets the 1-2. It's a great pass in the end. It's flipped in. It's broke down. Fowler hits it out of play. It's more of a positive start from the home team. The word at half-time around most hot dog stands and tea stalls was that we got to get a point, and that was from the Colwyn Bay, the Seagulls supporters themselves. Take a point if you're Flint.
Yeah, I suppose on the balance of chances, they'd probably be expecting to get 3, but I think if it did end the draw, I think both managers would probably be happy with that. One point gets Colwyn Bay in the top 6, and 1 point helps Flint towards getting away from the bottom 2.
Yeah, definitely. Jake Phillips Josh Jones makes a great run outside. He's in there acres of space. Surprised to see him in that much space. Big chance this time. Over the top again. Has to be their 11th chance we've added him up, and it's Jake Caernarfon. Most probably has more quality with the ball at his feet than anybody in the Flint side, and he unbelievably flashes it over the top of the crossbar from 12 yards.
Big chance, especially the way that Jones got behind him. He probably had too many touches he expected to have in that area of the pitch, and then the weight of the pass is brilliant, so all he's got to do is just tap it in, as Happy Gilmore says.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Fowler, you could see his frustration since the first chance, and yet again fires over the top. To me, it looks like Colwyn Bay's day at the moment, but can Flint do it? Big chance now, Jones. He puts it in this time. He does open the scoring. Joshua Jones, I think it's the 12th chance that they've had of the afternoon. But Josh Jones gives Flint Town United a 1-0 advantage.
Great for the game there. Great to see the goal in the second half. Now Colwyn Bay hopefully come out and start to try and get back into the game here, but again, the wide areas have sort of been a problem for both teams in the first half, and that's the issue when you do play a back three. The ball can come behind you. I think Colwyn Bay really disappointed to concede from their own goal kick, especially off the back of that big chance. I mean, the one time the goalkeeper's come too far down the ball, I think he's kind of made Josh Jones' decision up for him coming out that far.
And he's pretty cool, put it between the legs. He's picked the legs. He's seen the early opener and he's put it in the back. The chance eventually falls to a forward. His 8th goal. Joshua Jones in 35 games. And you can score goals, the manager tells his players. What a goal that is. Puts the pressure on Colwyn Bay. 40 minutes left. Now we really do have a great game on our hands. The wind is getting stronger in the back of Colwyn Bay, but they're a goal behind. They need a point to come in the top 6. We have to say, we have to be, yeah, it's all of the game is about goals, but they were due a goal. They'd earned that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, that's probably their 12th big chance, well, the 12th chance of the game, so they do deserve to have at least one goal there.
Colwyn Bay's next game, by the way, or last game, is TNS away. As I said, just talking to their manager at half-time, Craig Harrison. So this is a massive 40 minutes now for the Seagulls.
I mean, it's a big swing goal difference for Cardiff Met to spin it on Colwyn Bay to get there in 1 point. But, like you said, funny things have happened. I remember Bristol went up a few years ago on the last day, winning 8-1 or something under Joey Barton. So things can happen, but unlikely to spin that 8-goal goal difference in one game. But, like I say, you don't know. If TNS turn it on, they can be good enough to score that amount of goals.
But as a group, you want to see a side sealed on the afternoon as Matt Flint punches a ball away for a corner. He came up well. If Flint personally keeps a clean sheet, his team get the victory, the 3 points all. Davis decides to go short this time. Hughes. The intervention from Caernarfon. Caernarfon will be pleased that Josh Jones put the ball after the net after his previous miss a minute previous to the goal.
Absolutely, yeah. 2 big chances, and they've done quite well to clear his head after obviously being involved in the first chance and keeping the calm for the second chance.
Thrown in, the long throw once again. Cyril works hard. Caernarfon tries to spin his man. Williams lets it go out of play. Long throw again, expected. I think he might have just twisted his ankle or his knee as he's gone to ground there, you know. Caernarfon. I think he's messaged that he's okay. He's going to get up. Caernarfon's seen plenty of the ball this afternoon. He definitely has a good future in this league, at least.
Yeah,
John Caernarfon.
I think he's a good player. He was on loan at Caernarfon last year, wasn't he? He did well there. So it's great to see young lads come out on loan and play in the league rather than just sitting around being a squad player.
There is Craig Harrison. I didn't realise Craig was a member of the Bay City Roller fan club, by the way. Might be a bit young for you, that, John.
Yeah, a little bit, slightly.
Yeah, it looks like he's struggling, Caernarfon.
But also with Flint winning now, that also drops BALA into the bottom two. So we're thinking about the top six. Also, it's got a big hit on the fact that for the clubs in the bottom six.
Every manager will be watching this one this afternoon, John. In the top or bottom is flicked to the back. It's a good take again from Flint. Bombing out the defences for Fana. Roberts hooks it back in. They haven't cleaned their lines and got out yet. Burke. Fafana flips it in, headed away by Pete. Edwards. I don't think there's going to be any doubt that the bench, especially the Colwyn Bay bench, James Owen, Aaron Williams, Matty Hill, the two Cargos, they're going to be used. They're going to be used, and I think they'll be again used soon, John.
Yeah, you'd expect to see Aaron Williams and Matty Hill coming on shortly as the chances up front.
Stevenson. Pete gets the tackle, last-ditch tackle. Hughes. Madimu. It's an imposing figure at left wing back. Madimu, he's a big lad.
Yeah, he's done really well, to be fair, in that position. And I don't like Harry Owen on his own in his own half at the minute on transition.
Burke. Cyril.
So look at that now. Yeah, granted the wind has took it, but on any opportunity the ball turns over in that half. Let's say the tables there on the screen now.
Yeah, Cardiff met, and that is it could be a massive 3 points for Flint. The expectations that the expecting Colwyn Bay supporters, the Seagull supporters, fantastic support every week that they play in the Blue Turtle Arena.
Yeah, to be fair, like you get the feeling when you come in before a game, it's a proper club here, to be fair, and it's great to have them back in the Welsh system.
It's a good win. Thorne does a lot of work, underrated in that holding role just in front of the back four. Back three. Hughes, Edwards. Jamie Cummins started to come a little bit to the right. John, no, at that time you predicted to me that they may go 4-3-3, so I could see that move being made if the substitution is brought on. I think they'll play a third striker.
Yeah, or they could just stick it with a 3-4-3 and lose the 10. Obviously, there's not much play through the middle of the pitch now, so having number 10 is a little bit pointless for the time being. So they might try and push Jamie into the front line.
Pete, Hughes, Josh Jones, Caernarfon. Passes it out wide, he'll do well to keep that in. Jones does keep it in. Found good areas in the second half, Josh Jones, you know. It's whipped across the front. Tries to guide the header in. The left wing back Burke, but they're still adventurous, very adventurous, Flint, and they're not afraid to gamble.
No, it's one thing you will always get with Flint. It's very gung-ho, it's always going forward, which is a great thing. I've said, Lee alluded to it in his interview post-match the other week, didn't he, that sometimes does catch them on the backside, but for the time being, they're in the ascendancy.
Fafana will look for Phillips out wide. Phillips. Caernarfon, a second goal now would be priceless for Flint. I think on the almost an hour up, John, and this is the quietest I've seen the front two for Colwyn Bay all season.
Yeah,
and you've got to give credit to the Flint defenders.
Yeah, they really have. That Jordan and Louis up top have been very quiet, and even before the game, I thought the back three for Flint would be their weakness today. But to be fair, they've defended very well. They've dealt with the front three really well.
Roberts. Headed backwards. Goalkeeper should collect. He does collect. Madimu again available. Shows great pace to get forward. He's up the pitch in split seconds. Edwards looking for Robles. Caernarfon. Teddy Fofana. Thorne in the midfield. Thorne gets it forward, Nathan Peat. Thorne. Burke. Oh, what a ball that is from Burke. It's a wonderful ball, just maybe half a yard too much on it.
Yes, the wind is making it really hard. You see Harry Owen trying to clip the ball behind now, but it's fell to Burke. That's a great ball. There's no one really ran across the front post.
The type of ball, once you put that in, it's just down to whoever gambles to get in there. You can't do a lot more when you're putting balls like that in, John.
No, it's brilliant.
Have slight word in our ear that Matty Hill could be warming up. It's not the greatest of kicks. It happened when the goal. Could it happen for the second one? Josh Jones, it's exactly the same. He's just straight offside. That could have been an absolute copy of the first goal. Just went a little bit too early. If we show the replay, we may get a replay. It's just straight by the look of it. Good decision from the linesman. Hughes. There's Matty Hill plus Cargbo, one of the young Cargbo brothers. It's bouncing around in the box everywhere. Pete gets the shot off, it gets blocked. Flint punches it clear. Headed chance. What a header from Cumming, but it stays out and hits the bar. A cultured header from Jamie Cumming. Goes 12 yards plus, comes off the bar and Flint collects.
Yeah, first real chance for Colwyn Bay, really. He's done really well to keep that alive in there.
John, I think this is going to be par for the course in the next 29 minutes or so. Chance after chance could come this end. This time, the luck stays with Flint.
Yeah, it's opening up really well now. It's like a basketball match, which is great for the viewing. We can hear the frustration from the side. Fowles is now losing his head a little bit with the players, like he wants a bit more control in it.
Yeah, we'll just excuse a bit of language from the touchline there. That's how hot it's getting here at the Blue Turtle Arena. Nathan Peat, Saul Ford and Lewis Cyril at the back. They're dealing with Stevenson, but Joshua Jones is poking up in holes in that last third, John. I think he's obviously been told by Fowler to go and find them holes.
Yeah, he's been a little bit deeper to begin with, trying to get the ball into Stevenson, then running off the back of him, which is causing Colwyn Bay a few problems.
Aaron Williams comes off and will be Eunice Cargbo will come on for Williams. And Matty Hill will come on for Louis Robles.
Could be a dime in this, I think.
Yeah, we'll have a look now at the changes.
Maybe. Colwyn Bay do like to flip between a diamond and a 3-5-2.
Interesting, John, to see that we had just spoke about 2 or 3 minutes earlier to say that's the quietest we've seen Louis Robles this season, and 3 minutes later the judge, you know, the decision's made. He's had a quiet afternoon, which is unusual because he's usually top class in this league, like Robles.
Yeah, I think it's been a tough game for attackers with the weather. Obviously, it's been hard to try and get behind teams with the wind, or if you're going against it. And if you've got the wind, the ball's constantly going behind, which may not be the best of what Louis Robles is best at, going in behind. He's more of a pocket player, ball into his feet.
Matty Hill has plenty of pace about him, and I think he'll be looking to attack the space. When Burke gets forward, he'll be trying to get in behind. That's the one you talked about. Caernarfon gets it back to Phillips. Well, Phillips put it in early. Phillips tries to take the man on. It's a good tackle from Cyril. This good start from Matty Hill, and Hill flashes it forward. Robles against Thorne. Not Robles, sorry. Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis pulls it back. Burke. It almost, John, it's like a cup match out there at the moment, I would say.
Yeah, it's got that feel of a cup match, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely quarter-final of a cup. Flint determined to get points. They need to get up to the bottom two. Bay want the point to secure top 6. Cargbo. It's a busy player, Eunice Cargbo. Caernarfon again. Edwards. They're just dropping in with that 8-man defence when they need to. Hill pulls it backwards. Mudimu does his job and gets the intervention. Stevenson. Cumming gets into the feet. Can he get the shot off? Cumming gets the shot off. Straight into the arms of Jack Flint.
Yeah, he had the pass option to go wide here. So after you again some strike into with the win to score from there, but 1-0 down, you've got to start taking chances.
Mudimu, Jake Caernarfon, very impressive on the afternoon so far. Stevenson gets it right. Josh Jones in that area, the space we were talking about again, but he's just strayed. He's just got to pick his head up and see the line with the referee. Club rugby. Llandovery against Ebbw Vale on Saturday at 5 o'clock. Plenty of rugby on S4C. Jones again in space. Will he take Roberts on? Will he get the pass off? He gets the pass off. Woolham.
Ethan! Hold! What are you?
Just a couple of seconds off then. Just simmering down from what it's developing into. John, if you're looking from Michael Wells' point of view and the way Josh Jones is starting to get into these areas of space and creating up top, are you looking for somebody to stick a little bit closer to him?
Possibly, yeah, but I mean, personally it's easy for me to say sat up here, but I think Colwyn Bay needs to get more width, so I would be looking at maybe going to a back four to get the extra man up front, to go 4-3-3, to get more bodies out wide. Obviously Matt Wild's more qualified than me to look at that, but obviously looking at the game here, it just screams as to Colwyn Bay need the extra man up front.
And there's that same ball in again.
To deal with this ball at the back.
Stevenson, Jones, Pete makes the intervention. Cyril, oh, he picks out the pass. He went through a couple of players, but he's found his man. Matty Hill. Burke. City Fofana. Caernarfon has been everywhere this afternoon, really showing his class in midfield. Jake Caernarfon. Burke fires one into Jones. It's a good first touch from Jones. Alex Mudimu. Burke. Plenty of bodies in the box. 3 or 4 black and white shirts waiting for the cross. It's a superb cross. Quality cross from Mudimu. Asking for a black and white shirt to make contact.
Yeah, it was a good area. It's interesting, both teams are defending 2v2 on the back line when they've got the ball, so on transition both teams are really open to get span and get ran. It'll be the sort of afternoon where a point for Colwyn Bay would seem like 3, I should imagine, John. Yeah,
no.
So 1.3 points still gets them what their target is, yeah. So I suppose an equalizer will be celebrated like a goal that's won the game.
Nathan Pete goes back to the goalkeeper. Pete. Edwards will look forward and try and win the flick. He'll always win the flick, Edwards. He's really game as a jumper in the air, but no runner in behind. And in goal, Jack Flint will slow the tempo down. 20 minutes left of the 90.
Yeah, last 5 minutes kind of died off, hasn't it, Jonah? We had about 5-6 minute spell where it was getting stretched and both teams having to go at each other.
Stephen Evans, ex-TNS and Welsh international centre-back. There's a few clubs down the bottom of the league will be looking at this 19 minutes this afternoon on S4C. Really hoping Colwyn Bay get an equaliser at least.
Yeah, you can see Danny Harrison and Matt Wild's frustration on the side here. Players not listening to the information they're being given.
And there are the Seagull diehards, week after week. 1,000 or so turning up. The attendance today, 1,564, which is a superb attendance. Woolham plants it forward. Ferguson, great hold-up play from Ferguson. Jones, Cargo in midfield makes the tackle. Roberts gets it forward. Jamie Coven is definitely pushed up front alongside. The centre forward, Jordan Davis now. Stevenson. Burke, get at him is a shout from the manager. Burke drives forward. It was 3-on-1 almost then, by the way. John, did you see that one developing? And they're there again. There's more black and white shirts in there at the moment than the purple and blue defenders.
So I thought with Matty Hill coming on, and flipped it to a diamond, but obviously stayed in the same shape, and Matty Hill at wing back is obviously is looking to get forward, but that side is still, he's not looking to do defensive duties. He's been sold forward, he's got 2 men at all the time.
Yeah, and Harry Owen, Ben Woolham, especially at the back of had a really good afternoon because they simply have kept the Bay forwards very quiet. Roberts.
The announcement today's raffle here in the Turtle Arena has just been drawn.
We've seen Roberts early on in the game, John, and we talked how influential he could be. Since then, it's what you have talked about 3 or 4 times. We haven't seen Ethan Roberts or right wing back Matty Hill or Aaron Williams now in progressive areas.
No, and obviously a key part of this shape is your wing backs, and if you can't get your wing backs high and pin their wing backs back, then obviously you're losing that battle straight away. And that's one area where Flint have out-battled Colwyn Bay is in the wing back area. So it looks like Reeves possibly maybe coming on here.
He's having a chat to Reeves, or one of the substitutes anyway. Come in. He's passed just about summed up Colwyn Bay this afternoon. Things haven't really gone as to plan. Josh Jones most probably been on the ball as much as anybody in the second half. Mudimu. Burke says to Stevenson, look after that. Stevenson dragging Nathan Peat out. Mudimu. Stevenson fires it across. Nathan Peat gets his head on it first. Smart piece of play by Ethan Roberts. Eunice Cargbo on the ball. Peat. Cargbo in the centre of midfield gets it wide to Cyril. Cyril pushing in. Has to be attacked. The 1-2's played. Phillips heads away. Ethan Roberts stands it up to the back post. It's headed clear. Another good defensive header by the Flint centre-back.
Really good bit of play there from Colwyn Bay. Keeper's gone down here. Could be tactical.
Could be tactical in the 73rd minute. Cyril gets a cross in. Jack Flint, the goalkeeper, goes down and it's almost explaining to the referee that he's banged his head. Robert stayed up, gets the crossover. Flint comes. Must have been an off-the-ball incident.
As he took it in the face. The cynical side of me expected it to be a tactical one.
Yeah, it looks like he's taken the top of his chest, so it's interesting to see. Wherever it's hit him, it's a decent save. Another substitute being made. Aaron Williams, out and out forward. Looks like Aaron Edwards will be coming off. I think that'll tell you that Williams will go straight up top.
Yeah, looks like Cummins has maybe dropped back into the 10.
Into the 10 role. Hughes and Carbo making up the two holding midfielders.
In the build-up to that chance, Carbo was really good, great at getting pockets out of play, switching play, getting Cyril on the ball so he could step in.
This match, I mean, Edwards will be disappointed coming off. He hasn't been withdrawn many times in his career, but things just haven't really gone well for him this afternoon. Flint receives the ball. We're in the 75th minute, by the way, John. This game, the second half especially, is absolutely flown by.
Yeah, it really has. It's been a really entertaining game to watch second half.
Cargo.
So Matty Hill's on the switch here.
Hill is out on the right wing back position. He'll try and drive up Madimu. Drives inside. Cummins put it in the box. It's headed away. Cargo. Headed away once again. It's just bouncing around that area. That's a foul. Doesn't give the foul. He gives the goal. They want the foul. Unbelievable. Is it George Hughes, the midfielder, has pushed up and smashed it in the back of the net? But I'll tell you what, there will be a big inquisition with the referee, because it definitely looked like a push from behind. We'll see the replay now, John, and I'll hand you over to you in your VAR position.
So, I wouldn't like to comment before seeing it, but nah, there's no foul in that for me. I think it's a soft one. He could have given it. I think he's challenged really well. Obviously, he's booking Evo here. Not too happy with the decision, but I think it's just a fair challenge coming through the back. There's no arms in the back. It's a great finish from George Hughes. He's landed on it really well.
Well, the defender has gone down. I think it's Jack Thorne as well. He's a big defender. The referee is right on view, by the way. He's only 10 or 15 yards from the ball. It bounces, hits him in the back of the leg, and it's a good chance stuck away in the end anyway by George Hughes. The equaliser is there. The score is Colwyn Bay 1, Flint Town United 1, and the goal stands.
What do you think, foul or not?
I think it's going to be one of them ones that you will look at it as many times as you like. At first, I thought it was a definite 100% foul. The more I looked at it, I think the referee might be right, you know.
Yeah, I think I've got a Flint shirt on. I'm asking for a foul, but I think for the greater good of football, I think things like that should be allowed. I think it's got a little bit too soft with the way that contact's been taken out of the game.
Yes, John, there'll be so many different opinions on that goal, but the referee is the man in the middle, and he was only 10 to 15 yards away from the ball. And George Hughes snapped up the equaliser. Harry Owen and company at the back have defended so well. That's most probably the first header they've lost in that box, by the way.
Yep, you're right. They have defended that box brilliantly. But second phases is the one that normally kills you when balls are going to the box.
And as much as we talk about tactics and chances, who's missed chances, it's all about who puts it in the back of the net that counts. And it looks like it has lifted Colwyn Bay, and they're pushing on to try and collect the 3 points. Roberts puts it in. Defender takes a swipe at it, and luckily it stays wide. Madimu bails out Harry Owen. But this game was changed in a spell of about 2 minutes, John.
But it's got a lot of urgency back into the game now. Oh, it's a great ball from Burke.
Josh Jones, he's in again. Jones, does he take it early? Jones does take it early. And for about the fourth time this afternoon, he's had a shot from 18 yards. And the goalkeeper proceeds to make a smart save, Alex Brown. Referee blows the whistle. I think he's being called over by the fourth official. Could be a little word in the ear of the manager or the assistant managers here. Well, the referee is injured, by the way. Oh, with 11 minutes to go, Mark Petch will be substituted by Connor Chariton Fleming. I think it's a straight swap from the sideline. The fourth takes over the referee.
Injury or performance substitution?
We're in a commentary position, John, and I know you're doing it quite a few times this season, but it's so interesting. You stood in here and all of a sudden you have fans around the country. Was it a foul? Was it a foul? So, being as you're a little bit bigger than me, John, I'm going to say to everybody, ask John. We're just going to show the two goals again. Here's the first one. It's a smart finish, back of the net for give Flint the 1-0 advantage.
You just watch this game. We talk about Jordan Davies' work after all that. Yeah, it's a lost kind of. Some people may look at that as a lost cause, ball in the air, but he's still challenging, keeping everyone honest, like we said. Landed, and then he's got a sort of half an assist from that. It's a great finish from Hughes. And Josh Jones has played really well. He's been a real thorn in Colwyn Bay's side all game, but then probably should be looking at with 2 or 3 goals here.
That foul again. Now that must be the 7th or 8th time I've looked at it. It's going to be so 50-50.
Of course, yeah.
Unbelievable. I think it's the angle he comes from behind. Has he made contact or not? We haven't quite slowed it down to almost a stop.
No. And then you look at here, we've got Ben Wynn and Elliot Reeves coming on. Not 2 good subs to be bringing on for the last 9+ minutes here. Obviously, I can imagine there'll be 5 or 6, 7 minutes added here.
Well, the 2 marvellous players coming on, Ben Wynn and Elliot Reeves. Reeves especially in front of goal. Wynn, technically one of the top players at Flint Town United. But we have a fantastic 10 to 15 minutes ahead of us. So it was interesting. Did you see that one off the ball then? You had Jordan Davies having a quiet word with Harry Owen, the two of them. Was it or wasn't it? Stopped in play for swap from the referee. Mr. Mark Petch being replaced by Connor Chariton Fleming. It'd be interesting to see who comes off. Stevenson and Phillips, we think, will be the 2 substitutions.
So will it be like for like? Will Ben Wynn go on at wing back, or someone else slide over, or will they change the shape for the last few moments?
Yeah, I'm surprised to see Jake Phillips come off with his influence he usually has on the Flint Town United team. He might be a little bit of an injury there. But Elliot Reeves coming off for Darren Stevenson. Stevenson's led the line well, by the way.
Yeah, he's done a good job. Good job, he's done it well. Obviously, he's been sort of the foil for Josh Jones to get those chances. You see Josh Jones has gone out to right wing back now. Ben Wynn's gone up top with Reeves. And Caernarfon maybe look to be going in a 10 or an extra man in midfield there. So good attacking changes from Flint there from Lee Fowler.
The substitute referee. I tell you what, John, he's coming on at good times and bad times. He is coming into a fire here, by the way. 10 minutes to go. It is 10 minutes which could alter both team seasons. Brown gets a good ball off this time. Goes the distance, goalkeeper to goalkeeper. That shows the strength of the wind. Cardiff and Wrexham in the Ardron Premier Sunday at 5 o'clock. Top of the league clash that. The long throw. It's Matty Hill this time, John. He seemed to be going a bit deeper, so has he more distance? He has more distance and it's flat at 2. Josh Jones gets a first, the punch is punched away, and I'm sure he'll go right the other side as well.
Yeah, done really well there, the keeper. I'm surprised to see that bounce in the 6-yard box. So Flint should be dealing with that much better.
Hill, the wind could be behind him this time, surely he won't go short. All the bodies are in there now, every centre half bar, Lewis Cyril is in there. He does go short. Jordan Davis gets another one. I don't think he'll go short again. Shout from the sideline is put it in. 5 minutes of the 90 left. Colwyn Bay 1, Flint Town United 1. Hill with a long throw. Distance is good. Again, Harry Owen heads away. Hughes doesn't pop up with many goals, George Hughes, but he'll enjoy the one he got today. That's bouncing around in the box. Pete, keeper punches. Good punch by the keeper, Flynn. You've got to give him credit. Cargo. Eunice Cargo. The chase is on. Ben Wynn. Oh, tremendous work rate from Eunice Cargo. He's just given the ball away 30 yards further forward, and he comes back and makes the tackle. Davis. The home team pushing for the win.
Yeah, it's exactly what I want to see, isn't it? Nice and stretched game.
Hill. Aaron Williams. Williams gets it back. Cyril. Cyril puts the cross into the far post. Davis wins the head and no foul given again in the box. Jamie coming. Williams will be the target. That could run out of play for a goal kick. One-all scoreline. As we said, could please both managers, but both managers with that football heart both want the 3, John.
Of course, yeah, and like obviously as a manager as well, you also want a good performance. So I think even with Colwyn Bay getting the point, I still think Matt Wild and Danny Harrison will be still quite disappointed with how they've played today, but the target's still been met if they do finish with the point today.
Jones. Elliot Reeves in a foot race for Saul Ford. Ford, does he go back? Safety first from Saul Ford.
And then from Lee Fowler's point of view, probably looking at the performance has been there, just hasn't been ruthless enough in front of the goal to take the game away from Colwyn Bay.
Ben Wynn could deliver the long throw here. Harry Owens come over the captain and had a word with him. He's going to make a run from the near post. They're filling the near post up, 4 or 5 bodies on the near post. That'll be the target. Wynn is very flat. The break could be on. Nathan Pete opts to pass it to Cyril. Jordan Davis asking for it in behind. Comes off his man. Davis. To Davis's credit, we have said, and me especially, that Jordan's been quiet. But as you said, John, his nuisance value, he's still involved in the goal.
Yeah, of course, and like you say, he is that type of player who will be quiet, not within games, and you don't really see him much in build-up, but in the final third he comes alive. Actually, that's where he gets his work in.
I don't think there'll be many fans leaving the Blue Turtle Arena with a few minutes to go. There's still a result here for either team, a winning Mudimu and Hill. Just unlucky, very unlucky there, Alex Mudimu. Him and Hill sprinted 40 yards for that ball, and as if he's coming to the last fence in the National, he just goes over. Brilliant from Mudimu and the substitute. That's wholehearted play. Come in. Cargo. Oh, it's a great ball. It's a great ball from Matty Hill.
Yeah, worked it well to get out the middle of the park. Cargo again. He's been in the centre of anything good Colwyn Bay have done since he came on. I think Aaron Williams would be disappointed not to hit the target there.
For the first time this afternoon, just see the manager in front of us, Fowler, saying to his goalkeeper, take your time, let's get the kick right. I mean, there's been some fantastic performances put in individually from the Flint players this afternoon. Cyril, will he take the shot on? Takes the shot on. What a block that is. What a block that is. Could set up something either end. The other end, Caernarfon. Reeves, can he get the shot off? Reeves gets it across. It's so clear by Hughes. Gets equalizer one end, clears the other end. It's been that sort of game. Caernarfon. Ben Wynn still pushing. Fofana about to put the cross in. Corner. Cargu gives the corner away. 8 minutes added. Yep, the referee's substitution was a lot to do with that. There's Modimo going forward. He's had a brilliant game, Modimo.
Yeah, he's done really well. I think Flint have been really good, to be fair. I think every player's played very well for them. They've put a right shift in, and they really have took the game to Colwyn Bay today. Is there another switch in the tail for the next 8 minutes?
Jake Caernarfon to take the corner. Caernarfon, near post, set it down. Is it saved? It's in. Is it on the line? It's along with the line. Flint take the lead. It's the centre back, Harry Owen. Heads it down to the ground. The goalkeeper tries to save it. Referee and linesman make a vital decision in the 91st minute. But it looks like the centre-back and captain Harry Owen has given Flint a 2-1 advantage.
Fair you can see the blocking from the edge. I think it's Ben Woolen's blocked him. He's got a real great run across the front post there, Harry. Goalkeeper, I have questions on, should be doing better with that.
Nathan Peters stood on the line there.
Yeah, it's in.
What a smart decision from the assistant referee. That is one of the... You know, you say these people are not doing their jobs, but when you're doing your job like that, he is 40 or 50 yards away, stood on the touchline, John. That is a spot-on decision.
Yeah, really brave as well, because he could have easy to turn around and say he's not quite sure, so fair play. But as you can clearly see from our angle, it was clearly over, but obviously we've had the chance to look at that 2 or 3 times. But it's probably nothing Flint don't deserve, to be fair to them.
They still push forward, still looking for it all the time. The ball's going in. Can Colwyn Bay get the equaliser the other end? Davis, 50-50 coming up. Roberts, goalkeeper collects. We did talk about a cup match, John. It's been played like a cup final, by the way.
No, it's been really good pace, hasn't it? Bar a 5-minute lull in the second half, it's been real good, real end to end, sorry.
6 minutes left. Roberts. Thorne gets it forward. Pete wins the header. Sol Ford driving forward. Gets his pass off. Intercepted by Josh Jones. Cargbo with the header. Williams. Modimo puts it out of play. Elliot Reeves lets it run.
Just seeing the goal again here, but you can clearly just see it's just behind the post.
And the assistant referee is in the perfect position as well. You can just see him stood actually on the corner flag, parallel. Fofana. He's been busy all afternoon, by the way, in midfield. Sidi Fofana.
Yeah, he's been good. I think the whole Flint midfield, Jack Thorne, Caernarfon and Fofana have all done really well to negate what Colwyn Bay have tried doing in the middle. And I watched Flint play against Caernarfon on Boxing Day. I watched Caernarfon play against Colwyn Bay, and Caernarfon really struggled with Colwyn Bay's midfield on that day, so it's something Flint have done really well today.
I think with a 10-goal advantage, Colwyn Bay still, if you look at the league tables, I'm sure we'll show them again, will still be very, very, very strong favourites. Reeves could make it 3-1. Does he take it early? Oh, of all the men who want to take the final chance, of the afternoon has to be Flint's golden striker, Elliot Reeves.
Yeah, he probably doesn't realise how much time he's got. He probably could have had another touch there to have it, put it on his right foot.
The smart money was on Reeves. Flashes it over the top, and will Colwyn Bay make him pay? Davis. I think Flint have just definitely dropped Jack Thorne into the line of the almost the back four now. Definitely. There he is, Thorne. He won't be moving much further forward than that. Caernarfon. Reeves. It's a smart pass. Win. They've kept attacking. I mean, they haven't hung on for a 1-1 draw, have they? That's why they're 2-1 ahead.
No, true. And to be fair, Lee Fowler said that before the game. They won't change how they play, and this is how they play, always on the front foot, sending bodies forward.
Well, in the JD Cymru Premier, it's becoming one of them leagues, John, that to forecast 6 results is getting a very difficult task, you know.
Yeah. During week to week, you struggle to pick the 6 wins.
Onside, Ben Wynn, can he make it 3-1 win? Reeves gets a shot off, over the bar, goal kick. .95, 96 on the clock, 2 minutes left. It's kicked out of play.
Yeah, can't score from there though.
Harry Owen looks like getting Malcolm Allen's man of the match. He's had a great game, Harry Owen. He's captain, he's defended really well, and looks like getting his team the winning goal. I'm sure the winning goal will mean more to him than the MOM. Reeves in a foot race for Ford. Thorne. Great ball from Thorne. Caernarfon. Well, being brutally honest, I don't think you can... You know, they've really earned these 3 points this afternoon. Yeah. They've put in some performance here, Flint.
No, Flint have been really, really good today, to be fair.
I can't see this one being flashed across like the last corner. Short corner?
Yep, I think this one's planning to stay in the corner.
Harry Owen, Alex Madimu, and the rest of the back four are not going anywhere. They're sat on the halfway line. Ben Wynn. Josh Jones, sensibly keeping it in the corner. Win. I think Caernarfon did the wrong thing.
Wow. That was a really good tackle.
I think he's give the foul, by the way. .20 seconds left on the clock. It's the last chance saloon for Colwyn Bay. George Hughes, who got their first goal, will be looking to try and set up the equaliser. 30 seconds to go, maybe. Nathan Peat. Fafana with the header. It's hooked in now by Cagbo. Goalkeeper decides to stay. Offside flag goes up. Could be the end of the game, you know. Well, what a marvellous match we've watched this afternoon. John, it's been a pleasure to have you on with us in the co-commentary. And Flint Town United have most probably deserved their 3 points.
Definitely, yeah. No, I appreciate that, Mark. I've really enjoyed the afternoon with you too. And obviously, thanks for Scorio for inviting me. But yeah, I think Flint really did deserve that 3 points. And obviously, hopefully they can push on and maybe try and get higher up the league in the last 2 games. And obviously for Colwyn Bay, mathematically they aren't there, but I think they'll be okay in the top 6 as well, which is something they deserve too.
Well, if you wanted to see an end-to-end game of football on a brisk New Year's Day, you would have seen it this afternoon in the Blue Turtle Arena. Colwyn Bay 1, Flint Town United 2. A massive 3-point for Lee Fowler and company. Thank you very much for watching.
Lee, what a huge 3 points that sees you climb out of the bottom 2. How crucial was that today?
So proud of the players. We talked about stuff before the game, and for them to go and to put in a performance like that, and it should have been a lot more. We missed loads of chances, but I'm so proud of the players in terms of seeing a performance through for 90 minutes. So I'm buzzing for my players.
And it's been a long time, Lee, since not only have you managed to secure a win, but also a win on the road. How important is it now that you keep that momentum going, particularly knowing that BALA are up next and they're looking for points too?
Yeah, our form's been good. I said before, that's 4 wins, 4 draws. That's 3 wins now and 2 losses. We're in good form. But the points return's not really particularly good because of the draws. It's important now we have a good break of the lads, because we've had to sacrifice so much, the staff and the players, over Christmas, with obviously the Christmas period. They can go and have a few beers, and I want them to go and enjoy it, but I want them to now to remember this, and remember that this is what it takes to win a game of football. 94 minutes or 98 minutes of graft.
Lee, llongyfarchiadau mawr, enjoy it.
Llongyfarchiadau mawr, a bydd e'n hoffi gweld hyn, y Flint allan o'r 2 gwaelod, bai Colwyn ddim wedi sicrhau hanner ucha. Mae hwnna'n driffwyd enfawr o wain.
Yndi, canlyniad mawr iawn i'r Flint. Lot o bobl yn sôn yn deud, sbi ar y tabl, maen nhw'n heiddi bod yn uwch i fyny. Sy'n dal yn gorau perfformio ac ennill gema. A maen nhw wedi dod i fama, ddim llawer o bobl yn disgwyl gweld nhw'n ennill, a maen nhw wedi heiddi.
Wrth i ni weld y gol fuddigol am eiliad, Harry Owen, y capten seren y gêm, yn arwain dwy esiampl.
Wel, swn i'n gallu canolbwyntio ar y cangymeriad gan y gol geidwad. Na i ddim, mae'n cangymeriad. Ond yr rhediad gan Owen, mae'n rhediad pwrpasol, mae'n rhediad gan ddyn sy'n deud, fi ydy'r dyn sy'n mynd i wneud y gwahaniaeth yn y gêm yma. Mor syml a hynna. A ddylia honna gael ei stopio rhag mynd i fewn wrth gwrs, ond penderfyniad cywir, wedi croesi'r llinell, dim problem o gwbl, am gol bwysig.
A ffordd nes nhw ildio hefyd, mae'n siŵr gyda nhw gymaint o gyfleoedd. Mae'n dangos bach o gymeriad am hynny, dwi'n ôl i ennill y gêm yna.
Yndi, oherwydd ti'n ildio ti'n meddwl, fydden ni siomedig efo pwynt. Dyna o'n i'n deimlo fe perfformiad, felly i wedyn beidio ista nôl ac bai Colwyn cael cyfleoedd, ennill y gêm i hynna'n briliant.
Dyna ni, am ffordd i ddechrau'r flwyddyn. Bydd fi a ia gyda ni cyn fo hir, dychmygwch hynny hefyd. A maen nhw'n chwarae, always look on the bright side of life fan hyn, addas iawn. Diolch am y cwmni, blwyddyn newydd dda, awn i chi cynfeir.